I came back, and I was at the top of the stairs, and I was like, I guess I'm going downstairs. And I was coming down the stairs, and I knocked off a picture frame, and I picked it up, and I brought it downstairs with me, and I'm holding on to it, and I just don't know where the fuck I am. Hello and welcome to the Tikle podcast. This is your host, hungover as fuck tonight, Quentin, joined by my other co-host,
Juan,
and special guest,
Sad Boy number 3.
Sad Boy number 3.
Also known as Hunter.
And goddamn, it is new location that we are recording at. It's nice, so you might hear a dog in the back because our special guest has recently got a dog.
Recently given a dog.
Recently
given a dog.
Yeah.
My permission was not sought.
And it is a Riley bastard.
That's crazy.
But it is crazy to be given a dog.
Yeah.
So,
can that be a gift you just deny?
yeah, you can't really deny a dog. Dog gifting.
Like, hey, I got you a dog for Christmas, Quentin. Now it's your problem.
It's like giving. I mean, children are the same way. I guess if you're not planning for it. But
Just another happy accident.
yeah, I'm extremely hungover, so I might at any point have to go puke. But
Really?
I've been feeling it the past hour because we kind of.
You gotta get some electrolytes in you, man.
Yeah, we had some prep time. I made sure to drink some coffee, eat some actual food, some cereal. But goddamn, a couple times I was just like, ugh, like I could feel it. That's why you don't drink 4 Lokos, kids. Cause 2 of those.
Was it you that told me everyone's got a full Loko story, or was that Joey?
I think that was Joey.
Like, everyone's got a full Loko story.
Yeah, now I have a 4 Loko story. Cause last night I kind of went a little bit hard on the 4 Lokos. I bought 3.
3?
Yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna need any more than 3. Okay, one of those though I had Tuesday because it's a Thursday right now, right? So I had one Tuesday night, and the one fucked me up. And then so Wednesday I was like, all right, I got you. I'm gonna get 3. I drank 1.5, and I blacked out.
Oh, and that was last night.
Last night.
Damn. Are they good at least? Are 4 Lokos any good?
They're tasty as all fuck. And yeah, they're not bad. I was playing games with friends on my computer while drinking those because we were all kind of drinking. I was with a couple people, and then I'm gonna go into my blackout story. Okay.
All right.
I black out. I wake up, not like at the end of the night, like today, but I was just in a dark room. Okay, I couldn't see anything, and I knew I wasn't in my room because the floor wasn't carpet, it was like wood. So I'm like touching things, and I'm like, where am I? And there's something to my right, and then there's something up here, and I'm on the floor, and I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna puke, and I just start puking, and I'm like, puking, okay. And I'm feeling around because I don't know I don't know if I'm laying down. I don't know if I'm standing. I'm just puking. And then I realized the thing on my right is a bathtub. And I've put myself in the bathroom with the lights off, with the door shut. So I was like, okay. I start going in the bathroom. I then black out again. And I was back in my room with my pants off. And I looked around and I saw my pants and there was puke all over them. Yeah, sorry if you don't like puke talk, but it's over really quick after this. I looked around. I don't know if I was talking to anybody or doing anything, and then I went back to sleep, like permanently, like blacked out. And then I woke up this morning and did not want to move.
I mean, my brother's knocked out in the bathroom before. I've never done that.
Well, that's the thing is like I didn't like knock out in the bathroom. I'm assuming I blacked out, went to the bathroom, and maybe sat down and like napped or something. But the fact that I then woke up back in the bathroom, it was kind of crazy.
And the dark part gets me.
The dark part
that you were
gets
just
me
like, it's
too.
dark, and you're like, this is a hard floor. Where am I?
I had no idea where I was. It was terrifying.
Just to clarify, like, that could have been anywhere else in the house now. Like, there's only 3
Well, I've
areas in
noticed
the
you guys have
house
changed
with
a lot of the carpet areas to
3 areas
hardwood.
in a house that has carpet, the stairs and 2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
I was thinking they fell asleep in the living room when it was like hard floor and like, oh, the living room. But then like he sort of kept going, and I was like, if he's gonna puke, he's in the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. My brain was like, you're going to puke, go to the bathroom. But my brain was like, didn't think, you should turn on the lights.
You didn't even know where you were. Though.
I didn't know where I was.
And it's pitch black. And does your bathroom have any windows?
It does, but it was still night.
Well, I guess you guys live pretty out with the thing. It's not like there's like a street light or anything.
Yeah, no street lights or anything, but yeah, it was...
Yeah.
It was an interesting
Even if
night.
it is early morning, sunrise in the west, and like that way is west, away from the windows.
Yeah, the window wouldn't be looking out that way,
I
but...
mean, I woke up in dark places when I was a kid, and I guess at that time I hated them because it'd be like family movie nights,
Uh-huh.
and sometimes I'd fall asleep during watching them, and I'd wake up and I'm in the living room. It's pitch black.
They just leave you?
Yeah, I did. I'd fall asleep on the couch. And I just wake up in the living room like, what the heck?
Yeah,
It's just pitch black, and I'm like, and I'm a kid, and I'm like, I'm kind of scared now. It's like,
Yeah.
what's the remote? I can turn on the TV or.
See, like, the dark doesn't scare me or anything like that, but
It's-
just the fact of being lost and, like, don't know where you are, but also, it's emergency time is kind of extremely rough. I did remember that there was a point where I went downstairs. I don't remember why I went downstairs because I blacked out and I came back and I was at the top of the stairs. And I was like, I guess I'm going downstairs. And I was coming down the stairs and I knocked off a picture frame and I picked it up and I brought it downstairs with me and I'm holding on to it and I just don't know where the fuck I am. And then I black out again. And
Sounds like you had a memento moment.
yeah, I did have a
It's like,
memento moment.
Where am I? The stairs? I'm going down the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah, I did see that the picture frame is upstairs on the pool table, I think.
I guess this is around like I went out to the bathroom just to like up in 12 at night because that's when I notice like something is in the bathtub and I was thinking, oh, that's nasty. Like there's like it's not. I didn't think it was puke because there were like a lot of little red chunks around in the bathtub.
Yeah, I might have eaten a little bit too much food before this, but if it was 12, then I got fucked up really early. Like before, I must have got fucked up around like 1 or 2 and started blacking out.
I remember at one point, a little bit before 12, I heard you in your room, like yelling, like yeah, or woo, like unsure what that was about.
I don't know either. I don't know
This
either.
100 says like, yeah, and a woman left his room, and I don't know who she was. It's like, dang.
Like, I don't know who she was. No. I imagine I kept talking with friends and stuff, but I have no fucking clue.
Which friend you were talking
No,
to?
I know which friends I was talking to. I just have to ask them, like, hey, what happened last night? Because I don't remember really any of it.
I've only been blackout drunk once. How about you, Hunter?
I've never even gotten drunk or drank enough to get drunk.
How about buzzed?
Not even that. I never had much opportunity. Didn't like many of the drinks, so I just never had the opportunity.
What kind of drinks do you enjoy, Hunter?
I didn't really drink or had enough drinks around to have a favorite.
No, I'm saying what I mean.
I guess
I've learned you can make alcohol taste like anything. I had a drink at a bar and it tasted like a bloody, is it bloody tiger red? The snow cones, what are they
Yeah,
called?
they're tiger's blood.
Tiger's blood.
Yeah.
closest I ever get to being buzzed or drug is I had some brownies that had weed in it, but no one told me they had weed in it.
I mean, that's not junk. That's not
Hold
junk.
on.
It's something different.
I know, but that's the closest I ever get, like, being buzzed is all. Like, I had 3 brownies. Someone just left them out in the kitchen counter. I just had 3, and that's when someone told me they each have 100 milligrams each.
Oh. But 3, yeah. So how was that? Because I remember being drugged similar to that.
As
well.
I was.
Oh,
So.
I see what you're saying, Hunter.
Alright, so as I was saying, like, when I realized that they were pop brownies, I was freaking out. Like, I was hearing or feeling my bones like scraping against each other every time I move, and I lay down on that couch you guys are sitting on, just shaking, like not like a shivering shake. Because I was scared of hearing my bones scraping each other even more.
I don't know where I was during this, but I imagine I was working.
You were out of the house over in Tikle, or
So were there people
Oh,
here?
gotcha.
Yeah,
Was it like, there's brownies in the kitchen.
yeah, everyone was outside. Like there was a nice plate of brownies, and I was thinking, ooh, brownies made by.
Gotcha.
Like-
Family friend.
Yeah, family friend. I had 3 because I'm a bit of a glutton with treats. So ate 3, went outside.
I'm guessing they were good and you didn't taste anything off at all.
No, they didn't take effect until 10 minutes later.
You bit into them is like you didn't taste anything off that made you think like something's weird about these brownies.
That wouldn't be where Hunter's brain goes whatsoever. Hunter would just be like, these are kind of shit brownies.
I have a habit of eating things without really tasting them.
I have a story similar to that, where I was playing Metal Gear Solid 5, like had just come out, and I had it pre-ordered and everything. Was playing it on the Xbox, and there's free roam parts of that game to where like you can just do missions freely. Someone, I'm pretty sure it was our dad, he just came up and gave me a caramel. He was like, hey, eat this, suck on this. And I was like, okay, I'll never turn down like a caramel, because I love fucking caramels. And it melts in my mouth, and then I start getting extremely high to where I picked a super far away mission, and I was just running in a straight line in the game the entire time. And there were so many other things I could have done to like get there faster, but I was so focused on just running straight that I just did not.
And then your dad said, hey, did you know that caramel?
Oh no, I confronted him afterwards, definitely, because I knew. I was like, you poisoned me, essentially. You drugged me.
God, this is.
You had a good time, right?
It was supposed to make me eat more, is what it was for. But guess what? Guess what? I didn't fucking eat anything because I was so focused on running in a straight line.
You know, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That's what I do when I get drunk. Like, if I'm feeling buzzed, I'm trying to like do. I like look at it up and like focus, like really focused on that. Like,
Oh gosh, but that's the bad thing is like, It's like when you're drunk, focusing on something can kind of hurt yourself because you'll lose focus on standing.
That's
Right.
how that happened.
When you're focused on drugged, like you're hyper focused, but if
Yeah.
you're focused while drunk, you got general focus.
I mean, I tried
Yeah.
mushrooms. I'd say that.
You have?
Yes.
Oh,
My
what?
brother was like offered them to me one week, and I said no. But then one later down the month, was like, you know what? Screw it, I'll try them. I'm curious what all this hubbub is, because him and his girlfriend did it,
Mm-hmm.
and they were really messed up.
Yeah.
I think they came down asking for like sandwiches.
Okay, that's
to,
not.
to make sandwiches, and then like they grabbed a place like it smells like eggs.
I have a mushroom story, but go ahead
And,
with yours. Yeah.
So I took the mushrooms, and I'm chilling, and all it really did was make things seem bigger and smaller.
Yeah.
Like I was watching American Dad, and I was watching anime, and like it just seemed like when a character was like that, like their arm was huge. And
Yeah.
everything else was small.
It's
And then I had to be the DD for my brother, and that
no.
freaked me out.
No.
oh my.
They said I drove perfectly though.
That's terrifying.
It was, because I'm just like, knowing my luck, a cop's gonna pull me over. And this is the one time I try something. This is.
He's gonna have the fucking the strong arms from SpongeBob.
So I drive
walking
over
up.
to Chevron.
Uh-huh.
So from my place to Chevron,
And then back.
and then and then back.
Oh wow.
And the road was like,
Yeah, no.
it
Fuck
seemed like a
that.
snake, and I'm just like, put a piece of gum in my mouth and just like super focused on the road. I'm like, okay, I hope I'm driving right. I hope my mind's not playing tricks on me right now, and I'm actually off the road.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But no, I talked to the friends, and they said I didn't even know. I would could have phoned me. It's like you were driving perfectly fine, because they weren't drunk at this point. They were going to a place
To get
start
drinks.
drinking
Yeah.
and stuff.
So I'm guessing you were in a very good mindset, essentially, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Because
My brother was like, "Oh, you see like demons and stuff." I'm like, that's overrated.
Well,
I'm not gonna see
yeah.
it.
if you get into that mindset, it is
yeah,
possible.
That's how psychedelics work, man.
So you're telling me you were seeing like
No.
demons?
No,
No.
like
You're right there seeing someone crawling on the floor on the ceiling.
No,
Like-
I have a mushroom horror
Yeah,
story.
tell it.
I did some studies on psychedelics a little bit, especially some on mushrooms. Like,
It's different studying and
Yeah.
experiencing though, because I can see where your brother's coming from, and from my experience, I can see it.
But like this place smells
Like
like
the-
eggs. And
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean by that?
I've done mushrooms twice. The first time I did mushrooms wasn't that bad. I didn't do like a lot. But one of my favorite catchphrases that I said when I was on mushrooms the first time was, "PNGs scare me."
PNG.
PNGs, like a picture,
Oh.
like the flat picture. I said PNGs scare me, and the second time is where it got fucked, because I bought double the amount of mushrooms that I had the first time, and I fucked up and took them all at once.
oh,
Because I had them in my lap when I was in my room, and I was eating them like chips. And then I reached in the bag, and there was nothing left. And I looked down, and I'm like, oh no, I ate all of them. Because my plan was to kind of like eat half, wait a little bit, eat another half, or like a quarter, and then like go from there.
can
I ate all of them.
Can we get a year so we got point reference?
A year?
Yeah.
This year.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Like a couple months ago. But okay, so from the first time I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get like cold. I'm just gonna feel like, cause my room was super cold at the time, but when I'm just there normal, I don't feel it. But when I get high, I could focus on it and like realize how cold my room is. But it started to kick in, things started to melt and all that, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to lay down. And at that point, I jump on my bed and lay down, and they kicked in super hard.
Did you feel like you were Johnny Depp in Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yes.
Just sunk into your bed.
There was a lot of things that happened. First off, everything looked like it was painted or like drawn. Like my arms, the bed, everything was like crazy good looking. So I'm like, I want to look at my hands. Never look at your hands when you're high on mushrooms. I look at my hands and like my fingers were shrinking and like disappearing. I think I was doing like curling my fingers, but it looked like I was losing my fingers and stuff, and it freaked me out, and I stopped that. Lights became way more extravagant, like they bursted out like a strong astigmatism, and I was like, I need to listen to music. So I fucking put in my earphones at the time.
No.
And I start listening to music, and
Was it sad or angry?
I know
Sad.
your music list.
yeah, it was sad, but it was nice. The light circles started to like vibrate with my music, but then it started to get bad. It wasn't a song I recognized, and it was on my playlist. I was like, why don't I know this song? Like, and it was just like saying words to me, and it didn't stop sounding like a song. And I got up, went to the bathroom, and I was like, I'm gonna puke. And like my song started to actually freak me out. I took my earbuds out and I threw them. I was like, nope, we're not doing this. And then I puked a little. So I'm over in the bed, or over in the toilet, and I puke, and I could still hear the music because it's like in a quiet bathroom, so it's like echoing.
You can still hear it coming out of the earphones.
Yeah, but it was like mocking me at this point, right? More puke talk. Sorry, my puke turned into like the light circles, like they were circles, and they started vibrating with my music, and I was like flushed it down. And I was like, that was weirdly beautiful, but I can't right now. I went back into my bedroom, laid down again, and could not see. I just could not see. I'm assuming I had my eyes closed. But I could not open them either. And when I think I did open them a couple times, and I could not see. But I melted into my brain, like consciousness-wise, and I just saw myself as a blob of like colors and stuff. And then there was other blobs, and it was just like forming and meshing together. And I was just like, I was freaking out. Then I was like, okay, I need to eat food. And then I had a fucking PT moment. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
PT.
I go out of my bedroom. Dad is on the upstairs couch sleeping, and he's watching like a documentary. What's he watching a documentary on? Murderers.
Yeah.
Family murderers, people that murder their families.
Oh,
Yeah,
I remember that
like
night.
a young son killing his family and stuff. And I was like, that's freaky. Went downstairs, went into the bathroom, turned the light on, looked at myself in the mirror, turned the light off, walked out, went to the kitchen, opened like the fridge door, shut the fridge door, go upstairs, go back, like listen to his documentary as I'm walking past, open my door, sit down on my computer chair, stand up, lay down in bed, and then repeat over and over again in the same exact order. And it felt like time wasn't moving, and I was just dreaming it, but I know it fucking happened, and I imagine I looked like a crazy person.
That was like 3-4 months ago, because we recently canceled our.
Oh wait, so you see
Well,
him
he
doing
like
this.
he knows the time frame.
Yeah, I know the time frame. I remember that watching the documentary on serial killers, and
So you were asleep in the living room too?
No. I went out to the kitchen to grab myself a drink.
I might have
And
been in
I
my
do
room at that point.
I think I do recall catching a glimpse of Quentin, like he doesn't really pay. It's like he's like in his own little world. Like I think I remember trying to greet him, say, "Hey, how was your night?" But it's like he's not paying attention. So I'm just assuming, okay, listening to your music, whatever.
Yeah, I was freaking the fuck out.
Like, just be happy it didn't stop, and then you try talking, and then it just screams. Like something you see in a horror film.
I didn't know anyone else existed. I didn't see a single person that night. I was like, this isn't real. Because if this was real, there would be someone else here.
You saw your dad, though.
I didn't see him. I just knew that's where he should be, and that's like, he's watching a thing. I was scared. Oh, pull him up onto the couch. I was scared to look for him, because I was afraid that if I looked, he wasn't going to be there, and it's like, this is a fucking nightmare. And like, I just start really freaking out.
I mean, the last time I had a bad day was when I drank. It's the first time I got blackout drunk. I guess I was outside, clenching the grass, and I think my mom said I said I'm one with the ground. And I guess my mom was threatening to call the police on me if I didn't go inside.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like an empty threat.
Yeah, you're like, fucking
I guess
do
my
it.
little brother took care of me.
Yeah.
They said I got really crazy. They said I got Alex into a chokehold and like was like held him there. And
Yeah.
Was really rowdy. And I was like, I never want to get blackout again, because I thought that was just a lie. I thought there's no way that you don't remember what you did the previous night. That's all just bullshit. I'm like, oh no, it's very real.
Yeah.
Because I remember I drank a lot at a company party. I think I've told this before, but just retell it. Came back, my brothers were drinking. Are you gonna take a shot with us? I'm like, sure. I take that shot, put it down, go to my room, and I asked my little cousin if he would help me fold clothes, because, you know, I'm drunk and I need some help.
Yeah.
And I think they said I was ridiculous, but he's old enough to know how to fold clothes somewhat. And that's the last thing I remember. And then I'm outside clenching grass, like dry heaving.
Yeah.
And then waking up on the couch with like, there was puke on the thing because there was a towel.
Yeah.
Remember, folks, if you're ever going to think you're going to get drunk or take some drugs, always have someone there to take care of you.
Not
I just read
always.
the buzz now.
Or just don't,
I
or
know, but I don't
do
think Quinn would
moderation.
notice if someone was taking care of him.
No, maybe I would.
They wouldn't have been there just when like, Quinn, you alright? And you'd be like, come on.
Fucking voices. They're getting loud.
I want to hear. Is there an end to end you remember
psychedelic.
of that psychedelic?
I think I eventually fell asleep, and after they wore off after a bit.
How did you wake up? Did you wake up like...
I woke up and I wasn't sure I was alive. I remember waking up because it was... I picked a day where like I would have the next day off. So
That's usually what I do, yeah.
So I remember waking up and like just staring at my ceiling. No phone, no nothing, because it's all dead by now. And just being like, what is real? Like, why am I here? Like, is any of this real? Because like I can never truly be sure. I was like, I could be dreaming
That's the
right
thing,
now.
It's like, how do you know the microphone you're looking at is the exact same one I'm looking at?
Yeah, exactly. So it definitely gave me like a new perspective on a lot of things. But yeah, I just kind of sobered up, and it feels weird to like function normal after something like that, because you're just kind of like, oh, you speaking on the podcast? It's weird to function normally after that. Everything
Yeah.
feels alien.
Yep. So a lot of that actually, like I've definitely know what some why you freaked out this time instead of when
Because I took
the first time.
Well, yeah, I took way too much first off, and
Yeah.
second,
You took two
Those-
bags?
yeah, it's like double essentially.
Oh, I thought you had like two bags. You were just like
No,
eating
yeah,
them like chips. That's what gets me.
yeah.
So-
It must have been good then.
They're not bad. They're just like chips. They're just like well, I like crickets. You know, like the salted
I
crickets.
never had crickets.
We can go get some. I forgot I was supposed to
Think I
do
wanna
that.
try
They're
it.
they're crunchy. That's it. They're just like little crunch.
I'll take
Hold
your
on. I'm
word and try it for you.
I'm trying to remember. Aren't you afraid of crickets or grasshoppers?
Afraid of fucking grasshoppers, but those aren't crickets. Yeah, it's yeah. Fuck you for even bringing that up. But
The praying mantis is all of our friends.
the praying mantis is all of our friends. Yes.
I saw a
What?
video. It just demolished a tarantula. I'm like, That's my
Respect.
friend. That's
Respect.
the enemy of my enemy, and it's my friend.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
What else do we have to talk about?
Well, I guess anything new?
Oh, I got a promotion, or not a promotion, sorry, a pay
raise.
raise at work, yeah. Because I'm working a lot more, and they're moving me around into different spots. And other than that, no, not really.
I went to Kamehacon and went to Texas to go visit our good friend Travis.
Oh, yeah, you went to...
Kamehacon was a lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be,
Mm-hmm.
and Travis just seemed not interested, so out of it.
Yeah.
It's like he said, like he's like, I know how parents feel now when like they see something that your kid's into something and you don't understand it. Because I'm over here telling about stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the big green dub, and I'm like, what the hell's the big green dub
Yeah.
of Dragon Ball Z?
I actually told someone recently about the big green dub, because they said they were a fan of Dragon Ball, and I was like, you know what my favorite dub of the Dragon Ball is? And they're like, the Japanese? And I'm like, no, the big green dub. And they're like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like,
Leave
listen.
that child alone.
Leave that child alone. Why does it always happen to me?
I don't do what people say. Who are you?
Yeah, the big green dub
It's big green.
is
Please explain to me, what is the great green dub?
the big green dub. It's a French.
I have no idea
It's
what-
I believe it's like the Philippines, or it's French. It's a French English dub of Dragon Ball, but with anything like that, they try to translate or they mistranslate it. Stuff happens. So it's just got some really funky dialogue, and they call Piccolo the Big Green.
Yeah.
So by fans call it the Big Green dub because that's like the biggest change that they do.
Yeah, I bought Trunks' sword.
Oh, you bought Trunks' sword? I was gonna
Yep.
say, how was Kamehacon if you were the only one that was enjoying it? I saw
Well,
some
I mean,
of your
the hard
story.
thing was it was a smaller con, and Travis lived an hour away.
Uh-huh.
And the first day we went, we got someone get assholed.
What is that?
It's when you get hit in the back.
Oh,
You mean rear-ended?
you mean rear-ended?
I swear I've heard people refer to it as they got assholed.
Well, yeah, some people would refer to that. So you watch someone get assholed?
Oh yeah, like right next to us.
Oh. Okay, so
And that's why I don't like driving in Dallas. So we only went a day, to be honest. We didn't go the other 2 days.
oh shit.
We were gonna go Sunday, but there was no staying power. It was just a lot of what you see at any other con.
Yeah.
They didn't even have scouters. That's what really irked
They-
me. I was like, I wanted to buy
oh.
a Sam scouters so bad,
That does suck.
but they didn't have any of those. And I was hoping to get the Sam pod, but I don't think they had that either.
Huh. So it was just kind of a lackluster con.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a smaller con than and I've been to enough cons that it's not like, oh, super. So I was just looking around like, what's something here that I can only get right now?
Yeah.
I did a raffle for Vegeta, but didn't win.
I saw that on your story that they were doing a raffle for a big Majin.
It was like a bus.
Majin
They had a
Vegeta bus.
life-size Vegeta,
Yeah.
like thousands of dollars, and I'm like, if I had the money.
Did you stand up next to him?
No,
You should have.
it was in the back. It was like behind
Oh,
the table.
you should have asked or something. Been like, hey, can I get a picture with that really quick?
Yeah, and I was going to vlog it, but we had difficulties with the GoPro,
Oh, gotcha.
so that kind of fell through. But gonna save up for a good enough camera for
Yeah.
vlogging.
Oh. Yeah.
And I got into the Fate series.
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
Fate's a lot. Fate has a lot.
Yeah.
does have a lot.
Or it depends on what you're going to go, like chronological or production order.
For the releases.
Well, what I watched was Unlimited Blade Works, and then I watched Zero, and then I watched a bit of Apocrypha.
Yeah, Zero's my favorite.
Yeah. I like Carnival Phantasm.
I know.
They made another season of that.
I know.
I gotta watch it.
But I enjoyed that. I think you shouldn't start with Zero though, Hunter,
Yeah.
because Saber gets nerfed in Unlimited Blade works or the 2006 one, Saber is nerfed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of really disappointing if you come off a 0 and then go to this one and Saber's now a bit weaker because Shiro isn't a good master.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm mostly in it for the story and interesting view on different people's philosophies.
Yeah. I just realized I actually do have something upcoming for me.
Yeah.
In October, I will be gone for a week because I'll be going on tour with the band.
Oh, with Alex and them.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be helping them out. And then here in July, I'm gonna have a week vacation, a week-long vacation, and I think I might just like go to Arizona or something. Might go to Washington for a week.
Which part of July?
It's July 5th. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So like I work July 4th, and then after that, bar and restaurant side for us are closed for a week for renovations. So I'm not gonna have shit to do. But I'm not gonna leave. I can't leave like the day of. I'll leave like the
Wait, that
6th.
Star Wars party on the
Yeah,
5th.
yeah. I can make it to that now, which is funny. But yeah, I'm gonna be fucking tired because I'll probably be working the 4th of July. But after that, I'll be fine.
Pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, it'll be fucking insane.
I didn't even take that into account when I thought of doing it for the 5th.
Yeah, it's
right
fine.
after the 4th of July.
But I also think after that, I do have to go back into work, and we just need to do some like cleaning and stuff, and then I'll be good. Oh, but yeah.
So have you seen any of the other Fate series?
No.
You've seen Carnival?
Carnival, just Carnival.
I've seen Ultimate Blade works also. I mostly love watching the Fate Zero.
I know you said that.
Yeah, it's your favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm digging Apocrypha. It's a 7v7, man.
Yeah, but like one thing I get a little tired is they sort of like reskinned Saber to a lot of different characters. Like,
But I heard they're different characters.
I know, but still, like it's basically like same person, different names.
I've seen videos like, well, one is Saber of Red, and this one's Red Saber. They're two different people.
God,
I was gonna say I like Joan of Arc. Ow!
Yeah, she's on Apocrypha.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna
She's
say.
she is the ruler class.
See, that one is what fucks with me because I'm like, oh, isn't that just Saber? And then people are like, no, that's Joan of Arc, and I'm like, that's Saber.
I mean, the character in Zero makes the same thing. He thinks that Saber Artoria is Joan of Arc.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I forget what. I mean, maybe you know
Yeah,
what's your
he's,
favorite, who is he?
Yeah, he was nicknamed Bluebeard, but his real name was Gillis the Rule. Like he was like a close second in command or another knight that served under Joan of Arc before he went. No longer believes in God and went on a mass murdering spree across France.
I don't know enough about history, and Fate surprisingly uses people. They don't
Yeah.
use the basic bag of like history
Like,
characters.
Yeah.
They like to like in
It's
the
like
Fate series. They,
who's that? Oh, someone from Greek philosophy. Greek mythology. Never heard of her.
Yeah.
Like one of the muses. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. One of the muses. That's interesting. Don't see a lot of people use the muses.
Like I have 5 books on different world mythologies: Egyptian, Roman, Greek.
yeah, Hunter's
Norse,
the person to talk
Celtic.
to for about philosophies and
You probably
mythologies.
recognize. There was whoever Lancia was in Zero. I didn't know who that was.
Yeah, like a guy, like a bit. Story's pretty similar to what they showed the anime. Man cursed with a mole that has woman fell in love, but I believe in the like real mythology, he was torn apart by too many women that loved him. Like that's actually surprisingly common fate to many love-based heroes, torn apart by women, literally.
But yeah, I got into that one. Watched some more Masha when we just went on walks. We went to We went and ate some sushi. We had a barbecue place.
Oh, nice.
I think they were called like bacon ends or something.
Bacon ends?
They were like just like fat like cubes of bacon.
Oh.
They were pretty good from what I had of them.
Huh. That sounds like a bitch to cook, honestly.
I mean, we're not the one cooking it.
Oh, yeah. I know. As someone in the restaurant industry, that just sounds like a bitch
But
to
actually,
cook.
with Mother's Day's passing, did you guys do anything?
Fuck no.
I wished I called my mom early in the morning and tell her I love her, and wished I could have been there, but weather was bad.
I didn't call my mom till like 6 p.m. in Texas.
That's all right.
I guess, you know, I'm not the worst son because one of them forgot to call in general.
Yeah.
One of them didn't call in general.
I also just did not call in general.
You piece of shit.
I'm okay with
Is
being
that
a
like
piece
a
of shit.
fidget board right there?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
a little fidget board.
Like we like had that made for the infants to play.
Yeah, it didn't work out literally at all. I'll
Like,
say that
it worked
right
for,
now.
It worked for a short while, but then it sort of just stopped being
Kids have a
workable.
short attention span.
Yeah, it had a door stopper on it, and that was probably the best
Travis's
part.
kid Marcus is tormenting the foster kids.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
how so?
and he kind of plays rough.
Oh,
He enjoys picking up stick-like things and swinging them, or just throwing his fists.
yeah, only child issues.
And now the youngest one's afraid of him. I was like, oh yeah, Marcus is coming today. She's like, no, he's mean.
And you were like, "That's my godchild that you're talking about." Ow.
I mean, he does play rough, but he hasn't had enough. Travis said he hasn't had enough like things of like interacting with other kids and learning not to play too rough.
Yeah, that's definitely a skill you got to kind of like learn over time.
Yep.
But well, like how far out is Travis on like moving back?
He told me he's planning to stay in the military.
Oh, gotcha. But isn't he getting closer or something?
No, in August he's leaving overseas.
Oh, well,
again,
yeah.
So he'll be gone for another year. He's actually coming sometime in July. If you talk to him, he'll probably tell you he's gonna go get a tattoo.
Yeah, doesn't talk to me at all. But yeah,
I mean, it works both ways, man.
I know.
Speaking of tattoos, I'm actually going to get my first one for my birthday next month.
Yeah, what you getting, man?
I'm going to get a shoulder blade size tattoo on my right. Basically a memento mori tattoo.
I remember this one. Yeah, you're the.
Was he here for the tattoo? Was he here for the tattoo episode?
I don't know.
No, I
swear
wasn't.
You talked about wanting memento mori, or maybe.
Yeah.
And actually, I
Say.
it's actually a suggestion made, or I'm actually going to get two tattoos, like one for me, but also one to share with my sister Savannah, because
Yeah.
she wants us to get a tattoo together.
Yeah, that'll be good. So your memento mori one's for you, and you don't know what the second one's gonna be.
Nope.
Well- Be prepared for anything, pretty
Yeah.
much.
I mean, you know your sister. I mean, well,
She's got a lot of tattoos right now.
She
got
likes having symbolic tattoos, like of birds or
Yeah.
she's not gonna make
butterflies.
you get a unicorn tattoo.
yeah.
Not unless she's willing to get one for herself.
It's
Yeah.
like, hey, we're getting Dora tattooed.
Dora the Explorer.
She's gotten 3 tattoos in the last month because apparently there's a new tattoo artist in town, and they're like learning, so they're super cheap right now.
Oh.
But all the ones she's gotten from them, very good. I've kind of been wanting to go into this person and to just get a something on my legs or something.
I mean, yeah, that's good. Especially, I mean, with tattooing is a job. I feel like I might know who you're talking about, but
Maybe.
it might not be because he just barely started tattooing.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just like
Yeah.
I've recently come across a trend of people using AI art on people's tattoos and see what they turn into.
That's an interesting way to do, like, on people's tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
That's just like the facial recognition or whatever the AI
like,
wants to fill
some
in.
of them are pretty interesting results.
Yeah.
I'm actually starting to see that some of the cons that I'm going to, reapplying to, they have like no AI arts.
Oh,
on
yeah.
their curricular.
They
Yeah.
have on the curricular.
Like on the thing, like no
Yeah.
AI arts.
Oh yeah.
A lot of sites involving people posting their art added no AI arts allowed
Yeah.
to
I
their
feel
rules.
like maybe I'd use AI
AI.
art just for reference, like to get ideas for like poses and stuff. Maybe I don't think that'd be bad, but
It's-
I'd draw like okay, I like that pose, but I'm gonna maybe put their arm lower.
Yeah, you would have to like 100% keep them separate and use it like purely conceptually.
Or just for reference.
Yeah,
just for,
exactly.
I like
That's
this
what I mean.
pose. I'm gonna use this pose for my character.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's like people using Chat GTP in schools.
We talked about
GPT.
that.
Yeah, we did talk about that a little
My
bit.
friend wants me to draw a picture of Predator, so I was looking actually at still shots of Tarzan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to try to like figure out. And I found like one of him like on a tree. I'm like, I like that pose, so I'm probably gonna use something like that pose and do that because
Yeah. There you go.
that
Oh.
kind of crouching thing that Predator does. I'm like, okay, yeah, hopefully that works.
Here's a question I wanted to ask you guys. Like, what do you think of the upcoming live action of Avatar?
Oh yeah, I heard they're making. I haven't heard too much about it, so I can't weigh in too much.
I can't wait in at all either. I'm not excited for movies. They drop like you have that coming out. They just released a trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
I mean, Matthew Lillard's in it, so I feel like
Matthew Lillard's in it.
I heard, yeah.
Who's Matthew Lillard?
Scooby.
Shaggy.
Yeah,
Oh.
Shaggy.
Scream Killer.
Shaggy, Scream Killer. Yeah, he
13 Ghosts.
a lot of
Ah.
movies. It's Matthew Lillard and fucking. He's not the lead though.
Oh, is that the lead?
No, he's not the lead. It's the kid that is Pita on Hunger Games. I forget his name.
I don't know.
Yeah, but he's Pita in the Hunger
Pita.
Games. And he is. Oh, wait. Matthew Lillard might be the security guard, but it's not starring him.
I would think he, like, based on the voice, I thought he would be the radio guy.
It's weirdly enough, they replaced Radio Guy with a VHS woman.
VHS woman.
VHS woman.
But I mean, I'm not too into the Five Nights at Freddy's lore. I think the only thing I know about it is stuff from like game theory, and even then, I'm not fully grasping on what they're talking about.
Yeah, there is a lot to
I
Five
did a
Nights at
video on
Freddy's.
how much the job was worth, like how much like they would like. This is how much they're making an hour.
Yeah. And well, all that gets shown to you in the game, so if you do the math or are smart, yeah, you'll know.
Speaking of jobs, why do they gotta remind me that I'm single?
Why do you say that?
Because when you're signing down a job application, you
Oh
know,
yeah, they
and
ask.
it's like single, married.
Are you signing up for jobs?
No.
No, okay.
I'm not signing up for jobs. I was just doing that. Talk about this. When you do jobs, when you do sign up for jobs, do you prefer them? Do you prefer them to tell you didn't get the job, or just not call you at all?
Not call me at all. Because I like being left in the dark. Reminds me of every relationship I've ever had.
You want to?
You had relationships?
Yeah, fuck you.
Okay. Yeah, like, I've never been let go, or actually I did let go of a job. I just never been, I only ever went to 2 job interviews, and both of them I got the job, but only one of them I've been let go.
But would you have preferred them, if you didn't get the job, would you have preferred them to give you a call and say, like give you an email, like say, we're sorry to inform you, or would you prefer to just never ever know?
I prefer knowing I didn't get a job.
Me too. That's my thing.
Because
It's like,
I prefer closure or a definitive answer.
it's like to know, like, okay, so that job's out of the thing. All right, now I can look at this job.
Yeah. I mean, that is nice, but it's kind of funny. Brings me to a story about the current job that I have, where I put in an application, and then for like a month or two, just nothing. And I was like, all right, and I didn't get it, whatever. No, they forgot to call me and tell me I got the job. So I went, Savannah was asking me, she was like, did you get the job? And I was like, I don't know, they haven't called me, they don't, like, nothing. And she was like, I'm pretty sure you got the job. And I was just like, okay. And then I called them and they were like, yeah, could you actually come in? Like, they gave me a time for the interview, which was weird because it's like they just forgot to actually call me in to do the interview. So they assumed that I was leaving them on red, like just not calling or answering their calls, which was a weird one. But what's the dream scenario for you in that case of like you put in an application and you don't get it? What's the dream scenario? You want them to call you and be like,
well, at least an email so I know that
an email. You don't want to.
I don't have to hold on to hope that this place is going to call me that I got the job.
So what if they told you when you put in the job application a phone call means you get it, an email means you didn't?
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah,
Usually
so
they do give you a phone call like, hey, is this so-and-so? And it's like, yeah, like, hey, this is...
Yeah, so-and-so from so-and-so business, yeah.
So-and-so business.
You got the job, come in tomorrow.
It's like, hey, we just want to call you regarding your job application, yada yada.
Yeah, but phone, email being a decline is kind of nice. I like the idea of that, of just
email,
being like...
I imagine it can be a mass email.
Yeah, that too.
It's like, alright, we hired our person, now all of this stuff we can...
Yeah.
You guys reading lyrics or lists?
Okay, I looked at our little docket, and there's one that's caught my attention, and I'm a little interested in it.
What?
Hopelessness of Star Wars.
Oh.
Are you a Star Wars fan, Hunter?
Yeah, just not a big fan of the newer stuff.
I'm not a big fan of that, but this is regarding to
like, hold on. Is it the hopelessness of Star Wars or the hopelessness in Star Wars?
It's the hopelessness in Star Wars after Episode 3.
Ooh, yeah.
So I think like because Disney is riding on the shoulders of the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And the prequel trilogy really hard.
Yeah.
Because their new trilogy didn't do so well.
Mm-hmm.
So the hopelessness of Star Wars there's the new one, The Bad Batch. Have you seen anything of that? Have you watched any episodes?
Yeah, I watched them. Like those ones were.
It's The Bad Batch, it's Rebels. It's these shows that take place after, and just the idea that everything they do is ultimately in vain, because we know the Empire doesn't get taken out until Luke comes around.
Yeah, like, yeah, I get what you mean. But this is also like a good grunt story, or like of the other heroes of the.
But they don't succeed. It's like the Titanic. You know it's gonna crash.
Just because you know everyone's gonna die doesn't mean you won't feel inspired through their
they don't have
efforts.
balls anymore. It's like now they're saying like, oh yeah, there was like 15 Jedi actually roaming around the galaxy when Luke was a thing. So that was total BS. That Yoda said that after I die, the last of the Jedi you will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disney should obviously not be in the storyboard writers.
Speaking on that, like the Jedi Survivor.
I heard that came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend is playing that.
Do you realize those take place in Luke's time? Darth Vader, you fight Darth Vader in those.
At the ending of the
And
first game.
you also
Wait, does it take place during, like after the Death Stars exploded?
No,
or?
before.
I imagine
It's in that time period.
it
of
definitely
the Empire's
takes place
control.
during
But that's the hopelessness.
There's
of it.
even
It's-
another-
See, here's the thing. I've been playing the first one, and I assumed I forget his name, Callow.
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
Cal. I assumed Cal died at the end. Because I was like, yeah, there's no way, like, I get to fight Darth Vader or anything and, like, survive. And then they came out with a fucking second one. And guess
you
who's
not
the
get to the
protagonist?
ending?
I've not gotten to the
When
ending.
you actually run into Darth Vader and the objective is survive, just run away,
Yeah, no, but yeah, I just assumed that Cal would die at the end, and then it would be like, now the movies can go.
I mean, I thought that's what we all assumed, even like with Clone Wars, when like Ahsoka came into it, it's like, oh damn, Ahsoka's gonna die. So all these Jedi get killed, and it's like, oh no, Ahsoka lived, and
So
it's
is
still
it?
kicking even after Return of the Jedi.
So is it us being like brainwashed by George Lucas that like, oh yeah, Yoda was the last Jedi, or
Well,
is
Lucas
it
Or Last
had
Jedi
original-
Master. Like,
Last Jedi Master?
because, like,
I wouldn't say Luke
depends
was a Jedi
on
master,
Or
though.
Yoda.
process of elimination.
Process of elimination.
Doesn't make you a master, though.
No, I guess not, but that's the best they got now.
That's what Anakin was shooting for.
It's like if I'm on Iron Chef and take out all the competition strategically,
You,
doesn't make me the Iron Chef.
I feel like I would consider you the Iron Chef. You know.
But yeah, also, like, small spoiler to anyone who hasn't played Jedi Survivor, there's actually another cameo that might determine the timeline in the game. Shown up is Boba Fett.
Well, that still
Yeah.
puts it at sometime
Like,
before.
in the like before the Death Star blown up, yes, but that also helps fit where in the timeline they're supposed to be in.
Did you watch the Boba Fett series?
A bit, also, yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of the Power Ranger bikers?
I would have liked it if they looked more like junker bikers, like, but
They look like hipster bikers.
I was gonna
that
say,
were
we
just
talking like neon bikes and like.
They were
colors?
like, imagine like a Star Wars vehicle that you can see that like it's inspired by a bike, and they're multicolored.
like they look
Ooh.
too clean to be on the planet Tatooine. Like,
Yeah.
that's my bother with it.
Oh, that makes
Like,
sense.
too clean. Like, maybe you'll see in a place like Coruscant or Alderaan, but no,
I
not
like
in a
Hunter-
place like Tatooine.
I like Hunter said he wasn't like a big Star Wars nerd, and then he's like being a big Star Wars nerd.
He said he was.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
Star Wars like, yeah, you should come to the July 5th party, man. We're watching the original trilogy, unedited,
And we
Oh,
could
yeah.
on VHS.
could also be your first time getting drunk as well, because
Yeah.
there
A
will
lot-
be Star Wars themed
a
alcohol.
lot of
3 drinks,
people,
yeah.
a lot of people wanted to know what I'm like if I'm drunk. Like, but if this goes well, maybe I finally have an answer.
Well, I mean, don't go too crazy. I mean, maybe I just ride the buzz now. I mean, I'm just happy with riding the buzz.
Yeah.
I
Probably
get
it's-
super drunk when I'm
I-
around other people. It's when I'm riding the buzz and there's my brother or there's some person that's like, take a shot with us, come on.
I was gonna say I drink when I drink. So like if I get
Every day?
yeah, well,
Apparently.
well, no, I'm saying like if I get drunk, what do I want to do? I want to drink more. When I'm drunk, I drink more, which is not a good way to do it.
You ever seen his room? It's filled with alcohol.
cleaned it. Sure.
It looked nice when he opened the 5 seconds I saw when the door was open.
Yeah.
He has all of his posters up, look nice.
I cleaned it.
Oh yeah,
For the
like
most part.
did he ever tell you the poster I got him, the Majima construction?
How much do you know of Star Wars? Because you've been quiet most of this. So.
I pretty much know fucking nothing about Star Wars.
Like-
Coworkers, big Star Wars fan, and
Oh, did you invite them?
I did, and they said that they probably will come if they're available. And also, this was before we knew we were going to be closed for a week. At that time, so honestly, I might just remind them, be like, "Hey,
Okay.
if you still want to come, like you can come."
Like, honestly, like, I would love there to be a comic or maybe a show series, like, starring the old Republic days.
That's what I hear a lot of people want.
Like,
I totally forgot that you've played like a lot of Star Wars games, and now I'm kind of realizing that you're a pretty big Star Wars nerd.
I don't know. I mean, have you read Books Hunter? Have you read extended lore on characters?
You
know how much of a badass Captain Phasma actually is? The lies that we've been fed?
Like, still not a fan, but no, like, I actually read quite a bit of Thrawn book.
Thrawn seems cool. I heard, what's his name, Cumberpatch is gonna play him?
Yeah.
Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that too. Like, I can see him playing Thrawn well.
I liked him. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of... I just watched clips of Star Wars Rebels, because most of it's just too Disney for me, you know, too like that. But the clips I watched were pretty good, because, you know, I think they infiltrate... I don't know the full details, but they infiltrate a Empire, like, building facility, like they're building the things, and their plan is to sabotage the equipment.
Yeah, I know the context.
And then Thrawn tells one of them, like, test it right now. And the person goes to test it, and I think it explodes.
Yep.
And it says that everything you make, I'm going to have you test it.
Yep.
So it's like their plan just kind of gets shot in the water, that like they can't sabotage anything.
Big brain. That's always been Thrawn's characteristic. Big brain, like even his story of how he joined the Empire and his rise to being commander is pretty good.
Well, I got a question for you, Andrew, because since you're a big Star Wars, when did all the dicks join the Empire? Because it seemed like there were good people for the Republic, but once the Empire starts, even in Bad Batch, it's like, alright, now we're getting like these dick commanders that treat the clones like shit, and I'm super in command.
Well, it's about the same time, that's actually an intended strategy.
It's like, were they always there, or?
Only a few were there. Like, Tarkin was a admiral before the Empire risen, but
I know there's an episode when Anakin meets him.
A lot of them joined up after the Empire was formed because he wanted to, the Emperor or Palpatine wanted to replace a lot of the old vets from the Republic days and bring up a new ideology that everyone more agrees to the Empire's ideology. It's a sort of intended strategy. Originally, the Empire was supposed to pay a debt for the clone army, but because the Republic no longer exists, they no longer pay.
They're doing a pretty good job of explaining how clones got booted out and the stormtroopers came in.
Yep.
They actually now, probably to make toys, have the prototype stormtrooper helmet. That it's not quite a stormtrooper helmet, but it's like, oh yeah, it's getting there to that design.
Oh, gotcha. That's interesting.
Despite all the negative stuff of the dicks you see in the Empire, just know that a lot of them was intentional effects. Even Darth Vader's suit, which has a lot of malfunctions or downsides, is intentional.
Hey, I don't know that much lore of it.
Because
I think I saw something in fucking Rogue One.
His Palpatine's mindset is no one can't be too competent, so he ensures there is much problems or mediocrity. Only the selected few are allowed the best.
I saw something of Rogue One. I don't know how true this is, but it was saying that Darth Vader's little chest thing wasn't glowing, and it said he just shut off his life support and held his breath just so there'd be a dark ass room when he ignites the lightsaber.
I can believe that to happen. In lore, his suit is noisy. So definitely, he definitely could use the Force to prolong his hold his breath long enough.
The Force can just do
to get
nowadays,
close enough.
Hunter.
Yeah, there's a lot of feats you hear about it in stories
it's like,
or lore.
Everyone can survive getting stabbed by a lightsaber except for Qui-Gon, apparently. He's like, you got stabbed by a lightsaber? It's okay, you're still alive. This character's not dead yet.
Yeah, you're still alive until you get your head cut off is like the new rule, essentially.
Like,
Well, actually, I heard that now that Disney doesn't want to do dismembering with the lightsaber anymore. I don't know how true that is. But
that's kind of hard to do, especially because it's so iconic as the lightsaber cutting off a hand kind of thing.
Well, I mean, they have. I mean, you know, Disney. They try to milk everything. They have a little kids show of like the young Padawans, and there's memes that like the finale, and it's Anakin.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
I imagine somewhere in the VR world, someone is making a mod where you play as Anakin in a room full of younglings.
There's already those mods.
Yeah.
I've seen them that like they have like Spider-Man there, like they have like a bunch of different things where people just like use and then bring them forward to stab them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch all the Star Wars Visions?
I didn't see all of them, but most of them.
I mean, they're all just like one shots.
Yeah, and I definitely.
Did you watch any? I mean, they were anime, so I imagine you might have.
No.
Like,
No?
My
I
coworker's
love.
been telling me about them.
I definitely like some of the art styles, especially the Ronin episode.
I mean, that one was really cool. That's the one is like I kind of want to see the story continue.
Like, even have a explanation on the main guy's lightsaber in that episode.
You got the Jedi that became a band member.
Like,
Well, I guess he was.
Dude.
I guess
well,
Jedi is just
can't-
a title. Apparently, he's like, oh, he's not a Jedi. He was a Padawan. He never became a Jedi yet.
Oh.
Yeah, like, let's face it, in the end of the day, the Jedi Order is a cult.
Isn't
I-
everything a cult, man?
Yeah, but it's sort of like a state-sanctioned cult.
Yeah, it's a government.
Yeah. But moving on, one of Quentin. Medium drink, large fry.
Medium drink, large fry. I'm assuming you're talking about if you order a large fry, you most likely get a medium drink with it.
No. So you go to fast food. You order something. They say what size, and you say medium, large.
Yeah.
And they give a medium fry and a medium soda, and it's like, why can't I just vary? Like, why can't I get maybe like a large fry and a small drink if I don't want all that soda?
I think
If I don't want all that fry.
I think you can do that. I think they assume. I'm pretty.
I've never encountered that.
I'm just too scared to ask them.
We should test this theory. So like in a combo, right?
combo, yes.
Okay, that might be different because I think the combo, it's just like some buttons that they press. I can't really remember, but I'm pretty sure they can separate. You can be like, can I get a medium combo with a large drink? And they'll give you medium fries with, I guess it would just be medium fries and a large drink,
I
right?
mean, you don't get a medium burger, small burger.
That's where my head was at for a second. Was
Get a-
like, what else would change?
Have you had McDonald's lately?
No, not lately.
When's the last time you had McDonald's?
A couple weeks ago. If we get
I'd
out,
say that was close lately.
I maybe a month. I don't know. My time frame
I
for
know,
everything
I
is
feel like their sandwiches have gotten smaller.
At this weather, I most likely go to Dairy Queen to get a ice cream and fries.
And ice cream and fries.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if my mouth gets too cold, have some fries. If my mouth
I might
gets
get
too
cruise-
hot, I get some ice cream.
Do you not dip your fries into your ice cream?
No,
You should.
I was gonna say I don't see the appeal of that.
It's not bad. I don't know. Some people like weird things. That's kind of a weird thing. I like it.
You're a weird thing.
Well, it's ice cream that you like, and it's French fries that you like. Why not combine the two?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, someone might like the hot sauce, but they're not gonna pour hot sauce on their ice cream.
Or
be
cereal
surprised.
on their ice cream.
Well,
Like-
see, that's
Actually,
the
that
thing.
leads me to a story. So we also got ice cream in Texas, and I asked the guy because it was one of the ones where you pick your ice cream, pick your condiments.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "What's the strangest combo like someone's asked you to put in, like something that you don't think should go together?" Like this one guy asked me to put sardines in his ice cream. He had a can of sardines.
He brought a can of sardines with him.
Yes.
Oh.
And he said that he couldn't do it, but he said after he made the ice cream, gave it to him, the guy put the sardines
Couldn't do it.
personally and just sat there ate it.
I like the
I-
idea that he was like, I can't do that for you. It's like the company doesn't let you. No, I physically cannot do that for you.
That man has a
Maybe it was
moral
the
high
company.
ground.
Yeah, that man is a fucking trooper. If he's just like, I'm going to bring you sardines and you are. It's like me walking into a Subway with I don't fucking know. What I don't even know what would you take to a Subway and
Maybe
force
mushrooms? Not the psychedelic kind.
Oh, imagine
Not
someone.
the psychedelic kind.
Imagine someone mix up their like Subway's mushrooms with the psychedelic mushrooms.
But you telling me that just reminds me that we were in high school. I used to love the little sandwich I went because they had mushrooms.
Yeah, and they no
And
longer
I
have
don't
mushrooms.
think there was mushrooms at Subway.
No.
So,
So-
I think I would bring mushrooms.
You're gonna take mushrooms to Subway?
if someone told me like, hey, take this and see if they'll put it in for you.
Yeah. I guess, well, you would have to cook the mushrooms, wouldn't you? Or do you buy
No.
pre-cooked
I don't
mushrooms?
think you have to cook the mushrooms. You can have them plain.
Oh, okay.
I think they were plain in high school. I don't think they were cooked.
I would hope so. They would be kind of like gross tasting. I cook with mushrooms at work sometimes, and occasionally a mushroom will fall, and I'll just like, bite it, eat it, and I'm like, oh shit, that was not cooked at all, because it's just like dusty.
Maybe it's in the corner. I mean, it's probably
Dusty.
dusty because
No,
it fell
no,
on the floor.
no, it didn't fall
Dusty.
on the floor. It just
Dirty.
like fell off the pan, kind of thing. No, but I say dusty just because it's like when they're cooked, they're a little more. I don't know how to explain
vapors?
it.
Like the moisture in it is sort of turning to
Like,
vapors.
no, there's no moisture at all. It's not really chewy either. It just tastes
Usually
like.
kind of how mushrooms are, but I don't mind the taste.
Yeah, but have you tried cooked mushrooms?
Yes, I tried.
Cooked mushrooms are good.
Willem, have you had a portobello mushroom cooked by Willem?
No,
You need to.
I don't really like portobello
Yeah.
mushroom sandwich.
No, it's like the giant mushrooms.
Oh no,
Not a mushroom
I've
sandwich.
Oh, weird. I don't even know what that is, but yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah, like
But speaking of food and food takes, I want to kind of hear your guys'. Here's my one. I don't like to eat pie crust.
You don't like to eat pie crust.
No.
I don't eat pie in general.
I mean, you know how people there's people that don't eat the crust of pizza?
Yeah.
I don't think I like eating the crust of pie because I get to that point and it's just this dry.
Okay,
I
I kind of get where you're coming from, but I want you to analyze this and what I'm about to tell you, and I
can-
hope you're okay with it.
Okay.
The pie crust is the pie. Like, it's made of the same stuff that
Well,
the
no, I
pie
know
is.
that.
Yeah, there's
It's
just
different ones because
there's nothing on it.
Yeah, there's nothing on it once you get to that end. Same with people that don't eat. I mean, I eat the crust of pizza.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I used to not eat the crust of pizza because it's like you said, like there's nothing really on it, so I don't really think or like on
But
pies.
Pizza crust taste is different than pie crust.
You used to not eat your sandwich rinds.
Yeah.
The edges, the crust on sandwiches.
Yeah,
You were a big
lot
crust
of us.
person.
A lot of us.
Wait, so you're telling me that you're the one that would peel your sandwich crust?
No, I would cut the sandwich crust.
Cut it off very surgically.
Like, but
Peel 'em,
before
but I'd peel 'em
that,
and eat 'em.
but before that, yeah, I would just like eat the inside and just like lay. That would leave a mess until until at some point in the future I decide try cutting it, and then even
So
later.
you just like I'm trying to picture you what you mean by eat the inside.
Well,
Uh,
okay, he would cut them into triangles.
Triangles, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you'd cut them into triangles and then eat them all the way to the crust, and then
It's like I'm grabbing the sandwich and like I'm gonna start from the center of this sandwich and.
You're making it look like I can't bend it.
Oh, that's probably like. Do
if
you bend it? Or
if you that would,
were you small brain?
I was
wanna
small
do-
brain.
I want to fucking do that into a Subway. I would bring sandwich bread into a Subway. Be like, make it out of this. Like, make a sandwich into this.
You don't want a
Yeah.
hoagie bread. Or whatever
I would. I just want. I would want to do this, just for this joke. Have them make the sandwich, not cut it at all. Once it gets to the end, fold it and then bite the center and then put it back down. Pay for the meal and leave. So they just have a sandwich with a hole in the middle.
Could work.
Wonder, could
Do you
you?
have any hot food takes?
Me, I.
Go with what you love, not what you think.
That's not really a hot food take. I don't know what I was gonna say. That's just random philosophy that can be applied to anything. I don't have any food
Any
takes.
food takes, something like you
I will-
say, and people are like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
No, I will eat whatever. Like there's a lot of people that don't like olives. I think those people are kind of stupid. Like black olives.
I guess I'm stupid, Quentin.
Yeah, because they're just tasty. They're just tasty.
Not to me.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, have I ever told you guys about my trip to Louisiana?
I don't know much about you, Hunter. Remember, there was that time I'd be here a couple times in high school,
This-
and I bought you a Christmas gift, and you're like, "Who are you again?"
Yeah, you.
where is that Zorro pillar, Hunter? Is it a pillow?
I still have it in my room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, like last year I went on a trip with my dad for a little reunion over into Louisiana. Like, I went into the very cultural neighborhood, like where they sell crabs, fish, all that. Like, literally the nicest people I've met.
Little fish market kind of thing.
Literal fish market.
Yeah. And what did you try there? Did you try anything?
I try crawfish, crabs, alligator, frog legs. Like,
Would you have any of that?
I'd like to eat alligator.
You would like to try alligator?
it's
Okay.
it's
But I hear most things just taste like chicken. That's what I hear. Like, most things just taste like pit chicken or they're gamey.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't know what gamey really means.
a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Like,
Oh, for the
what does that mean?
for the alligator.
like that it tastes. Some bits taste a little bit like chicken, but also tastes a little gamey. But
Oh no, what does that mean? What does gamey mean?
okay, that it tastes a little tough. Like,
tough.
have you ever had a vention?
No.
Like, okay,
So
have
is
you?
it just eating a piece of meat that it just like takes you a while to chew? Is that what gamey means?
Gamey meat is composed of a more intense and higher flavor of meatiness as compared to standard meats. This makes the taste of gamey meat very much comparable to rotting meat or meat that has started to rot. So if it's a very strong meaty flavor, that's gamey.
I want to know who made that comparison.
Yeah.
It's like, this is like, this meat kind of tastes like that dead meat we ate the other day.
Yeah, so saying something is gamey is a more nice way, because it's not bad.
I
It's a nice
imagine-
way to say this is almost about to rot.
I imagine the someone that made that comparison is someone from back in the 1800s.
Well, exactly.
Well, I mean, the first time I heard it was in fucking Shokugeki when he's cooking bear.
Mhm.
It's like, the bear tastes kind of gamey,
Yeah.
but like it's fresh meat he's getting, so it's like.
Well, it's because when the second something dies, is it starts to kind of decompose, especially if you're skinning it and all that, and you're not keeping it preserved, it's already started to rot.
Yep.
So yeah, it's at that point gamey.
But yeah, another thing I do over there is like every morning or lunch, I go over to this donut shop, and this lady gives me like a bag of 6 donuts. And the moment I left, she missed me. And I only been there for less
how
than a
old was
week.
this lady, Hunter?
She was a middle age or older lady, but I even made friends with an Uber driver. I actually have her as a friend in Facebook.
I actually made friends with an Uber driver on Instagram.
Yeah. Why? I'm wondering why the fuck you guys take Ubers. You have cars. Just drive.
I
Because I was going to, I think I told you this. I went to the bar and they were having disco 80s night.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a car in Louisiana.
Yeah, I know.
I was being responsible, Quentin.
making funny. Yeah. Fuck being responsible. I'll drive.
Your drive.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me.
Mister
let me
driving on
finish
mushrooms?
this for Loko.
Driving on mushrooms, mister? That's probably worse. That's so much worse.
Is it? No,
It's pretty
yeah.
bad.
I said I
God.
was fucking terrified.
What is better? What is better? Driving on mushrooms or driving drunk?
They're both horrible, but I would say driving drunk.
No, I mean I put myself in that situation because I told my brother I'd take them to their designation.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't expect the mushrooms to be that bad.
Do you think you would have been able to take them if you had a bike, like cycling wise?
No, it was like a group of friends.
Well, I mean, you could just do multiple trips. Or if you had like a gaggle of cycles, we could all just cycle over.
A gaggle?
A gaggle.
Maybe.
I don't know what you call it. What do you call a group of cyclists?
I don't fucking know. Is it actually called a gaggle?
No, no, it definitely isn't.
That's what you call a group of ducks.
Really?
Yeah, a gaggle.
Yeah, it is definitely a group of ducks.
So I fact check this because
Do you know what a group of cyclists are called?
cycli.
I wanted to say racist.
That's horrible.
I know.
You call them moving speed bumps.
Oh.
Do you want to get into cycling? Is that something you're interested into?
Yeah, there's just stuff I want. Like I said, the last one, I want to just do more interesting things.
Yeah, we have a uncle who is like professional cyclist, does
Yeah. Did the Spudman race.
yeah, does custom bikes, is very picky and stuff about that. So for me, I'm like, I don't really
I mean,
give a
I
fuck.
don't know about that world. It's like
Yeah.
when I started learning about when yo-yos were a thing in school, and they showed us like yo-yo videos.
Mhm.
It's like, oh yeah, there's different ranges of yo-yos.
Yeah.
This is the Duncan brand. It's like the pricey yo-yo that you buy. There's
Mhm.
these kind of yo-yos. I'm like, well, fuck, this is an entirely new world I had no idea about.
Yeah, exactly. That uncle, when I was younger, I remember him being like, "Oh, you have a nice cyclist body. You should come and we should get you a bike. Let me like measure
You
you."
have a nice cyclist body.
Yeah, because I was thin and lanky, so he's just like,
A peloton
Um,
is 2 or more cyclists.
oh, that's funny.
Let's just make a peloton, boys.
But yeah, he was wanting me to do cycling with him and like join on these. I don't know. I'm assuming
if
I
you're
was gonna be
down,
his
I'm
Rocky,
down. I
his
wanted to
Creed.
just do more interesting stuff, so we have more fun stuff to talk about and more just stories and shit.
Well, we
Have
have
more fun.
we have stories, but yeah, we are going through them like wildfire, honestly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't want to have more stories. God gives his strongest warriors the hardest of stories, and boy, do I have some hard stories. I'm fucking tired, Chompy.
But hey, just look at the bright side. You don't gotta do shit Sunday that I know of.
I'm getting kidnapped Sunday. Fuck!
What do you mean you're getting kidnapped?
I'm going to
Playing fugitive or something?
kind of. I'm going to Boise on Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah, funny enough. So I'm gonna go to Boise, and then I'm gonna have to drive back from Boise.
Oh, she's not that bad of a drive.
No, it's not. But still, I don't have a free fucking day. I just want to rest. I'm like remembering stories of like up in Pocatello of me like being in a hit and run. Fucking
Wow.
yeah. Just in general, all the dumb shit I've done in my life, and it's like I don't want any more stories, Chompy.
Maybe it's not dumb stuff, it's just fun stuff.
That had
Like, actually, I talked to Gunner about the scuba diving thing. He already has his stuff. He already has his license or whatever.
God,
Oh, yeah?
I could
And
never.
he says he wants to
imagine-
do it. He's like, yeah, like I need some buddies to go scuba diving.
I'm
with."
not going scuba diving.
Come on.
I'm not.
I need you.
I could-
I don't want to.
I will drown.
I could not imagine myself
You
doing
got an
scuba
oxygen tank,
diving.
Quentin.
I will slowly drown. Very slowly.
Like purposefully.
Like-
no, like 3 hours drown, something like that. Whatever. However, no, they're like 20 minutes. You get like 20 minutes of oxygen, 40 minutes of oxygen. It's not a
Depends
long
on
time.
depends on the mask and tank.
Yeah.
Hunter, are you tech savvy when it comes to computers and shit?
I am getting there. I have been.
Is he getting there?
He is.
Because my monitor comes tomorrow,
It's easy.
and now I have everything, and I need help setting it up.
I could help.
But you work tomorrow.
After work, I can help. I'm just saying the
What
truth.
time are you off of work?
I can come anytime as long
'Cause
as someone's
I wanna-
watching my dog.
I want to get this done like
as soon as possible. It would be after.
quickly, because another friend said they can do it, but they're not going to be off till like 5, and like I don't want to wait all the way till 5 to start setting it up.
I'd be off after 10.
10 and it's like,
10 at night, yeah. Yeah, Hunter could do it. It's easy to set up. It's
Yeah.
just plugging in everything and
I'll
yeah.
give you my address. you come
Especially
to my
making
place.
sure that the monitor is connected to the right port is all.
That's
that
what
too.
I'm like worried about. I'm like, okay, like even my drawing pad, I'm like, which USB port would I plug it into? The monitor or the tower?
Oh, you could honestly do it any fucking way you wanted to for that stuff. It's just like, yeah, making sure monitor's plugged in the right place. Just everything's plugged into the right place. But other than those things, everything else can just go wherever the fuck you like it.
And I can start making YouTube videos.
Yeah. It's so weird to me. There's a lot of people who just, that's what they do, like in their free time, is just edit YouTube videos.
Well, I'm doing it all.
Yeah,
But you never know. I mean, unless I try, I'm not gonna know if I can
do it.
get like a good check. Who knows?
Uh,
We'll be doing this 3 years from now, and we'll have maybe a lot of subscribers. Who knows?
you find that like as your goal for it, and I get that. I do not care. I hope when that day does come, you just don't tell me.
I just don't. Tell
Just
you.
leave it
Well, I
to
mean,
my
you don't know, 'cause
imagination.
Like you said, you don't rewatch the videos. I rewatched all of them recently because
Uh-huh.
I just listened to them at work, and some of them made me laugh. I'm like, wow, we were so naive when we thought of the future.
Yeah. Fuck cycling. Fuck scuba diving. I'm fucking tired. Fuck scuba diving. I will go snowboarding with you guys.
Alright.
I will definitely go snowboarding with you
Would
guys.
you do skydiving?
Yes, but
The
I'd
worst,
have to do like maybe 20 times with a professional, me attached to a professional.
Oh, of course.
like the worst part is being the last one on the plane. That means you'll be the first one out.
Where's the pilot? Where's the pilot if you're the last one on the plane?
Like last one to get on, first one to get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, wait. So if you're the first one on, you're the last one out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I want to go in like in the middle.
Yeah. Then you'd be somewhere in the middle.
Pretty much.
I mean, did you go skydiving?
I did not.
You did not.
Uh,
Where'd
no.
You,
I was going to, yeah, but
going
didn't
to,
get.
so-
I got blackout drunk in Vegas instead.
oh yeah.
This was when I did my 21st birthday in Vegas.
Yeah, Quentin told me about that.
Yeah.
You did that?
Yeah. You've gone twice, haven't you?
No, like
Just the one?
no,
Did you feel like air gear when you did it? Did you feel like you were flying?
I
Just minus the skates.
so basically like a few weeks ago I was thinking, yeah, I want to do some skydiving.
Few
but
weeks ago.
This is like weeks before my birthday, like
Oh,
of what I
okay.
want to do
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Vegas.
yeah.
Like, man, I want to do some skydiving. I want to live. But then the very day I do it, I start thinking, oh no, I
Like,
had to
yeah.
do
That's
the case
skydiving
a
today.
lot.
Instant regret, yeah.
And here's the thing. Most times as the plane is taking off, I keep thinking, I want to jump out. I don't want to be on the plane if it goes over 10 feet. Because I have a fear of heights.
I have a fear of heights too, man.
Well,
so.
I think I have fear of falling in heights.
Yeah. I will say I have a fear of falling. Like, I don't have a fear of heights, but falling, yeah, fuck that.
I mean, I think everyone does. I mean,
Exactly.
You know when you miss that stair step,
It's
a
you're like a midi, like, whoo.
yeah, it's a life or death kind of thing with falling and heights. So would you say heights or falling? for you guys. Falling.
Falling.
The fear of falling.
Yeah. So you could be up somewhere high, but as long as you know you're not gonna fall,
Yeah,
you'd
because
be
when I
fine.
was an age, like that was my biggest thing. It's like I'm afraid I'm gonna fall, and
Yeah.
I can't get this fucking screw in because I have to be on my tippy toes, and I can't put.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Because I'm
there's
struggling. I was like an hour trying to put a fucking 3 screws in. I get to the final one, and I'm still struggling.
Uh-huh.
And I asked my coworker for help, and he just gets up on the smaller ladder. Because I was having to use the biggest ladder to be able to reach this. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm fucking small.
Uh-huh.
And he just, zzz, and I'm like,
Fuck you.
fuck you and your high.
Yeah.
honestly like I'm scared
It's like I thrive in the
going.
crawl space, but up there.
Yeah.
I'm scared going and everywhere like nowadays because I watched one movie that messed me up for life, and that's Final
I
Destination.
was waiting. I was thinking. It was in my brain. I was like, nah, that has nothing
Because-
to do with jumping.
The moment I done watching that movie, I have paranoia about everything, about me driving,
I watched
about
that
me
in
going
middle school.
swimming, about going anywhere really. And any scenario I can think of accidents that could happen.
Just keep in mind that you're not on death's shit list. Just
Not
keep
yet.
that in mind. Yeah, not yet. Just
How does he know? Maybe when it's like, when it's like you plan to go somewhere, like a car crash happened like 5 minutes after you passed the road.
yeah.
Every
Like,
time
I've been called my mom like, oh, a car crash. Like, you okay? A bad wreck happened on that
Like-
highway.
Mm,
It's like, I guess I just missed it. I'm like,
yeah, I've
yeah,
done that.
no
a
offense,
couple
Quentin,
times.
but every time I get in the car with you, I keep thinking, is this the day?
Yeah, I feel like you should just not. You should erase Final Destination from your mind. It was not a good movie for you to watch. Apparently.
That's what I'm hoping the
just
alcohol
freak
would do.
accidents, man.
That's what I hoping the alcohol would do.
I mean, they scared me. I love Final Destination, but they gotta stop making them because there's no new ground to tread unless we find out
That
a
death.
surefire way to escape death.
Yeah.
Because the characters keep learning the same information that the others do, and we know it already to be a lie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, I didn't die, and like, okay, so I'm fine now, right? And it's like everyone that's watched is like, nope, it circles back around eventually.
Yep.
So no, you're not safe. You think you're safe, but you're not.
Yep. Here's a question I wanted to ask you guys. What is your favorite horror movie monster?
Favorite horror movie monster?
Like it could be anything from like killer obsessed possessed dolls or
I like.
or old style movies like Pumpkinhead. You guys remember Pumpkinhead?
I'd say Pumpkinhead or The Thing would be mine because I like the practical effects of it.
Yeah, I like the Silent Hill-esque monsters, the psychological ones.
The ones that they got deformed because of the testing and... Oh wait, no, sorry, that's not silent. That's Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, I was sitting here like, what? No, like It Follows. Here at Silent
Actually,
Hill.
See the monsters in the follows?
No, but that's the thing. It's the psychological monster. Like you see it, but no one else can see it. I love stuff like that. Smile Room was pretty good with that too. I don't know if
Smile?
you Smile. Yeah,
I think we talked about it. You told me about it.
yeah.
Did you see a monster? Was there a monster at the end? I swear I saw clips of a monster
I
at the end.
think there kind of is, but yeah, there is. There is a monster, and it's really cool. And it possesses or it becomes her mother kind of thing, and yeah, does some crazy shit. But yeah, psychological monster. What about you, Hunter?
Same as you, it's specifically monsters that you don't see, but I had to that two monsters that pop up in my head is the alien from the Alien series.
Yeah.
And
The Xenomorph?
yeah, the Xenomorph.
Yeah.
And second is the cave dwellers in the two movies, The Descent.
Yeah. I have an artist that I feel like you would like if you've I should show Gunnar that. It's an artist. It was a side project that he did, and it's called HXNJV. And he essentially embodies himself as a xenomorph, screaming these songs. He's got one called Lost on Yatja Prime, and he loves the xenomorphs, and all of his cover art for his albums are xenomorph related, so he's really cool.
Do you guys have any irrational fears, like something you're afraid of that shouldn't be scary, but you're afraid of, like it has like a slight fear or something?
Do I need to walk away?
Why?
Because you're just targeting me, both of you.
I'm not targeting.
Grasshoppers.
Maybe not start. I mean, I wouldn't say it's irrational. Lots of people are afraid of bugs.
But no.
You know what? You're higher on the list for me, Quinn, because you're afraid of those things, but you can fuck with spiders.
Protect.
And I can't fuck with spiders.
Yeah, spiders, snakes, dogs, and stuff like that. It's like protect the unloved. Rats. That's what I meant instead of
And I was
dogs.
saying
Dogs are
more like,
loved.
when I was a kid, I used to be afraid of the hoodwinked bunny. The bunny on Hoodwinked. I don't know why. Something about like his evil stare. I'd imagine that outside my window.
Okay, I want to see if Hunter remembers this. But do you remember what one thing that I was scared of as a kid? A little bit. Because you're slightly older, so your memory might be a little bit better. But
I
On
have
that
to
stuff?
be a little more specific.
it's a movie. There was like 2 movies that really scared me as
Was
a
it
kid.
an old Japanese movie or?
That was the one.
Okay, like 2 I can think of is Devilman, The Birds.
No, Ju-on was the
Oh.
Is that
one.
the ring?
Oh
yeah, kind of. Yeah, it is. We had Ju-on on VHS. That movie scared the fuck out of me. But Devilman, I loved Devilman as a kid.
Like, we even had a Ninja Scroll.
Yeah, we had Ninja Scroll on VHS. But there's another movie, an American movie, that came out that scared the fuck out of me as a kid.
Oh, The Grudge.
No.
Oh,
No,
That's not an American movie.
not an American movie. Ju-on is The Grudge. They're pretty much the same thing.
Wait,
okay.
Is you want the ring or the grudge?
Oh, Grudge. It's The Grudge.
Yes.
And which one's the ring?
Yes.
The
They
Ring.
go by different names and.
I don't know. I forget what it's called in something Sadako, something like that. But Ju-on is the Grudge, and that's what scared me. And it's funny because I could do the Grudge voice, and I would do it, but I was terrified of the Grudge. Yeah,
I used to be afraid of being underneath my covers just because in the American version,
yeah,
she'd be like underneath the covers, and when they look, she'd just be there.
yeah. But
But you never see what she does to them; they just die.
yeah, exactly.
Like that's the beauty of the monsters from Japanese films because like they're not your conventional monsters. Like you can
up to
fight them, you
interpretation.
can't fight them, you can't run from them, you can't even think about them, and they'll get to you.
Yeah.
What were we saying?
The other one, this goes along more the lines of irrational. Gremlins.
Oh,
Gremlins.
I was
Gremlins.
fucking terrified of Gremlins as a kid.
God. Yeah.
I think I watched it far enough into my childhood that I wasn't afraid.
Yeah. I, for the most part, could not
think-
really finish that movie as a kid. And then as I got older, I was kind of like, this is more funny than
So
anything.
wait, like both versions of the Gremlins are just like
The evil.
the evil.
The evil side,
Does it take a
yeah.
while? It takes a while for the evil ones to come out. of
Yeah,
the
but
movie,
once they
so-
do, the movie just goes into fucking full tandem.
Here's the thing, like, I'm more scared of them when there's few of them, but the moment their numbers seem to swell, I don't seem to be afraid of them because
That movie was fucked up for a kid to watch. the birth scene where he jumps into like the
Fountain
the
or-
Home Depot fountain full of water and just like his back starts bubbling and you just
Who was the mind behind the Gremlins? Who was it?
I don't know the mind
Yeah, like who
who thought of
directed
Gremlins.
or who was the story?
actually a lot of those gremlins were puppets. Like,
Well, yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying like who came up with the idea.
I think I watched a video on this. It was made by one of the directors that wanted to
Joe Dante.
Joe Dante.
Joe Dante.
that's
This is
the
like a
guy.
truck driver.
It does. Joe Dante is the film director. He has done The Howling, The Burbs, Small Soldiers.
I can see that.
Yeah, Piranha, Inner Space. He just did a lot of good '90s movies.
Has he done anything recently?
Please. Let me look.
Like 2013, at least.
Looney Tunes.
Back in action.
Back in action, yeah. That was 2000. Oh, Nightmare Cinema. 2018.
Haven't heard of it.
Yeah, I have not either. Yeah, he's kind of still doing stuff. Phil Tippett, Mad Dream something, 2019. Yeah, he just does a lot of horror.
I mean, I know Pitch Black is a movie that scared my brother.
Oh, yeah, that is...
Like, he peed the bed scared.
Pitch Black?
Yeah.
What's Pitch Black?
Pitch
with
Black is,
Vin Diesel.
With Vin Diesel. It's
Oh,
the first
Riddick.
installment of the
Introducing-
Chronicles of Riddick.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
We loved those as a kid.
I did too. I always loved them.
Yeah. What was he scared of in that one? The monsters?
Monsters.
Oh, okay.
I always thought they looked like xenomorphs to me. So I always thought it was
I-
connected to aliens, but it wasn't.
I remember hearing that as a kid.
I love, every time I watch some movies, I love watching videos or try studying monsters, like what's their possible motivation, biology, or just any basic information, because that's my way of not being afraid of things anymore, is by learning about them.
To not be afraid of monsters, I'd either think of, God's bigger than the boogeyman, or I think of my favorite superheroes being able to just beat the crap out of them. It's like, Jeepers Creepers is scary, but Iron Man could fuck him up.
Yep. Like, honestly, it just sort of goes, knowledge is power and all that. Like, it's the monsters that I don't know anything about is terrifies me.
Did scary movies ever give you like things you like check for now, like that?
Now? Like, to this day?
Yeah, like
No.
me, like whenever I open my car, like I always find myself looking in the bag, like yeah, no one's back there.
I'm gonna be in the backseat of your car one of these days.
Okay, okay, there's this movie, I don't remember what it's called, where it's kind of similar to Tooth Fairy, where there's these tiny little like creatures living inside this big old
I think
mansion.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's called-
Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. or something.
Yeah, don't be afraid of the dark.
And
I like that one.
I keep
It is a good
looking
one.
into every shadow, every like outlet, like switch, anywhere, looking for any movement. But because of my eyes in during darkness, like okay, quick. I recently learned I have a little stigmatism in one of my eyes, where instead of things moving left and right, things are moving up and down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you know how you get double vision? My double vision goes up and down.
Oh.
But so like sort of like I keep making a person shape in the shadows, in my eyes.
Is it the person that did you ever be in a car and you imagine someone running with the car?
I know, but
Or am I just a weirdo? Am I just a weirdo?
that's probably just you.
It's probably just me.
But yeah, like my problem, my fear is mostly like things I don't see or know anything about. So that's why movies where perspective of like where there's no warning, no indication, just completely silent.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty desensitized to horror
There's
movies.
no like irrational like after paranormal activity I go sleep with my feet out of the covers.
I don't really care. I'll sleep on my bed fucking sideways. Just like my head and my feet hanging off the bed. I never check anything for cars. I don't mind the dark at all whatsoever. I've just been desensitized to movies because I've watched the new Scream recently.
Scream 6.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. But it was kind of funny watching it, and I like knew who the killers were.
Oh, you
and
did?
I was like, huh. And it actually caught me off guard because like I knew who the killers were, and then they fake kill one of them, and I was like, was I wrong? Like, what is? Yeah. But you remember me watching it with your family and laughing
Yeah.
pretty much the entire time. Like, I don't care for.
So I'm guessing you laughed on the ladder scene.
Fucking. This is so fucking funny. I loved it. Like, it was so funny to me. Yeah, I loved
Honestly, my thought was like, what would have happened if they all would have leaned on the ladder and pulled it forward?
Like,
I
just
think-
tried to rip it out of his hands.
Well, like, if they pulled it forward so
Oh.
he couldn't grab it, but then they all, like, put their weight on it
Yeah,
hold
to keep it
steady
stable.
so she could make
I don't
her-
know if he had enough space in that room to even, like, pull it at all. But I was kind of thinking the same thing, but it was just a funny scene.
Yeah.
But also, very menacing ghost face. Because, like, right before he does that, fucking stabs the knife into the windowsill. I was like, ooh. I understood why girls have, like,
a ghost face
a
fetish.
ghost face fetish for a minute.
God,
I
like,
think what I love about Ghostface is even though it's always a different killer, when the phone calls happen, it does feel like the same person.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's the same voice actor in all of them, but
Uh-huh.
they have that, like, tone. Even though that it feels like once their masks come off, their armor, like, goes down.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, yeah, if someone throws a phone book at you now, you're gonna get taken out more than if you had the Ghostface mask still on.
Yeah.
yeah, like, alright, can you guys do your best ghost face
I
voice?
can't.
Like, okay.
Show me yours, Hunter. I want to hear yours.
Hold on. Would you like to watch a scary movie?
I'm trying to think what to say because I don't want to say the same thing.
Oh, you're gonna do it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll give it a
fuck.
shot. I'll give it a shot.
Peer pressure.
What's a good thing to say that he
Like-
says?
Like, I'm in your closet. Or I'm in the house.
I'm in. I can't get that high pitched with it.
I'm trying to think of how he sounds.
I'm in your closet. Ugh. Ugh. Ah. It's weird having to like grab your throat and kind
Yeah.
of like move it up and down.
Hello, Sydney.
Oh,
that was that
no.
sounded terrible.
That was good.
That was good. Like, that like you
It's-
definitely sound like a ghost face out of practice, but he sounds like a ghost freak that's got out of a smoke break.
Yeah,
Did you
pretty
like
much.
the motivation for this one, or do you think it could have been better?
I kind of did like the motivation because the things that it shows you had me like thinking of like questions, and I was like,
Well, I mean, I thought it was setting up for Matthew Lillard's return,
yeah,
because there was it's the Ghostface mask and it's cracked in that. Like, maybe it's a past killer. Maybe it's Matthew.
technically it kind of was a
And
past
then
killer.
it was like, it's like they're leaving masks, like they're counting down to something, but what? And I was like,
Going back to the first
like,
movie,
Is it? Is
Yeah.
it?
and then it's kind of like,
When that fake out, I had that thought. I'm like, we didn't see it happen, so maybe she didn't. And then it showed like the body bag, and I was like, okay, no, maybe it did.
it was interesting. It was definitely an interesting movie.
I saw a guy review that said he felt like it could have been a bit better. That the motivation could have been him wanting to kill them, not only as vengeance for his kid, but also just to end everything.
Yeah,
That said, like, you know what? My son did these things. Maybe I indulged him too much, but he didn't deserve the way you killed him. Like, you stabbed him 22 times
Yeah.
and then slit his throat.
yeah,
And
it
that
definitely could
all
have
of
been.
you need to die just so this whole ghost face thing can just end.
Die quietly.
Oh, what about the newer Evil Dead movies?
I have not seen it yet.
Like,
It got a high score on Rotten Tomatoes, but then I don't know how. I mean, Dungeons and Dragons got 90, that got 90s, but then the Mario movie is like 50.
yeah,
What?
Yeah.
The Mario movie score went down?
Or the critics.
Oh,
score.
yeah, that's
the
because
audience
they're-
score is
yeah.
high, man.
The re-
People
the-
love that.
I don't pay attention to the critic scores
Yeah,
that much.
the critics scores because they were like,
I
it's
take-
a children's movie. Like, yeah, it's a fucking Mario movie. What'd you think? That's exactly what that reasoning is. So everybody that goes to see it knows, hey, funny haha Mario movie. And while the critics were wanting, Finding Nemo or Toy Story 1 kind of esque story. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's mind-boggling. It changes everything.
Even Toy Story is getting kind of like just.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like back to the first, like Mario.
Is there 5 or was 4 the last one?
4 is the last one so far, but I think
I hear they're doing a 5.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, just stop it. 3 ended it on such a good note, and then you did 4.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, Bonnie just kind of. Well, I guess it's realistic. I mean, you ever give a young sibling something super important to you, and then they
It's-
just come and
yeah.
you see it just tossed around?
Yeah. It's always kind of interesting. But hopefully they don't do any more, because goddamn Tom Hanks and what is it, Woody Allen?
Yeah, I think so.
They need breaks. They're getting old. Can't be doing. Well, actually, Tom Hanks' brother could just do his voice.
Maybe. Well, thank you for listening to this episode of the Tikle podcast.
Yeah, we had some interesting topics
Yeah,
and some
had fun.
Yeah, some fun.
Yeah.
I'm still in pain. I did not puke, thank God. But I have been your host, Quentin, joined by
Juan?
and our special guest,
Hunter.
and we will see you next time.